Are you getting burned out trying to figure out how to invest in real estate to build lifestyle and financial freedom while raising a family and balancing a full-time job? What if I told you that you could own cash flowing vacation homes operating in the top 20% of their market, fully managed for you, bringing you passive income, saving you massively on taxes, and that you're able to visit personally with your friends and family all within the next 6 months? If that sounds good to you, then you're going to want to watch this short video. I've been investing in short-term rentals since 2006. Not only that, I've helped over 2,000 of our clients create lifestyle and financial freedom investing in short-term rentals in the past 5 years alone. Each of them building their own individual portfolios so that they own themselves, not rental arbitrage, not investing in a fund, and not co-hosting. We teach the ownership model. This is a game that we know very well, and I love helping other people succeed at such an exciting asset class. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how they've been able to do this, even though most of them haven't ever invested in vacation homes before. They didn't have tons of experience in real estate. Many didn't have any. And they definitely didn't have time for a side hustle because they work full-time, sometimes more than full-time, and they have families to spend time with. Now, I know the questions probably on your mind right now are, okay, Sean, but what about these crazy real estate markets? With prices where they are, can you even make money anymore? Isn't the short-term rental game already too saturated? I feel like vacation rentals are all over the place right now. Don't the locals hate short-term rentals? I don't want to get shut down or deal with a nightmare guest or neighbors. And isn't the economy going into a recession? How do you dare invest in anything right now? And what's important to understand is that these problems are all real problems for the average vacation home owner. And if you plan on being average, I would actually recommend you don't get into the short-term rental investing game at all because it's just not going to be worth it for you. But I do not teach people to invest in vacation homes like a commodity or to be average. You see, in any form of real estate that I'm going to invest in, I want to have an unfair advantage. You will not have an unfair advantage if you do what everyone else is doing. And while the past few years people did okay operating in the middle of the markets, things are changing. And I personally won't invest unless I can get in the top 20% of the market because that's where the actual market growth is and where the travel economy dollars are being spent today. And it's where city councils, local governments, and locals are actually appreciative of what we're doing. And it's where you can get much higher rates and keep your property more occupied because you offer such a great experience. The reality is, to get outsized returns, you need multiple unfair advantages, and you need these in every aspect of your property. You need an unfair advantage in 3 major phases of vacation rental ownership. 1, in acquisition. If you're using software to do your revenue projections for you, you're going to be in trouble. No software can underwrite deals for you. It's a huge mistake we see. We use software every day. In fact, we use some of the main software you've heard of, like AirDNA, that many people use. However, we use it in a much different way. The off-the-shelf, plug-and-play versions of software can be very misleading with their projected revenue numbers. And if your numbers are off just a little bit, that can get you in trouble really quickly as an investor. 2, in the management and setup. There's one thing you need to do when setting up your listing that if you don't do it, you'll never get into the top 20% of your market where the majority of the money is made. Almost nobody does this right now, and it will give any property owner an immediate boost in performance. And I'd share it right here, but honestly, we've had a lot of people copy our trainings and our language exactly and sell it as their own. That's not the problem. The problem is they don't understand the process and they lead people down the wrong road, and it actually gets people in trouble. And I know it sounds like I'm holding out on you because I'm not going to share it here, but book a call with us. We'll show you exactly what it is and how to implement it so that you can do it correctly and get the benefit of those results. 3, in the marketing. Markets are getting way more saturated, and this is actually a good thing because it shows there's a lot of demand, but more importantly, our competition is getting lost in the crowd. The problem for most people is that every whole slice of the pie is getting smaller and smaller because they're competing in the same sandbox as everyone else, also known as Airbnb and Vrbo. We've dialed in paid marketing with Facebook and Instagram ads and our own software system to generate direct bookings. However, be really careful just sending paid traffic to a direct booking site. This is a critical error that we see a lot of people make that will cost you a lot of advertising dollars if you just think running paid traffic to your own direct booking site will solve your problems. There is a step before your direct booking link that all of your traffic should be sent to if you want the highest returns. Now, this is not hard in that it's not complicated. It's just that a lot of people don't understand it, and even fewer actually put it into practice. This is why our members succeed. They can leverage all of our time and resources to make the most important moves easily executable, and they take action. This process did not come without a lot of mistakes and a lot of time. I've been a full-time real estate investor for over 22 years now. I've been investing in vacation homes since 2006. I didn't even think about coaching this until I had over 13 years of short-term rental investing experience in this game. Now, if you'd like to find, purchase, set up, and go live with your first successful vacation home in the next 6 months, my team and I would love to help you do it. We've helped our members do exactly that over 1,000 times in just the last 24 months alone. Our process is well traveled and proven out. People like Jeff and Jessica, who found a great beach house and now make $5,600 a month on average in net cash flow after expenses into their pocket, not to mention the tax write-offs and appreciation. People like Chuck and Amy, who found their dream cabin in the mountains of Colorado, made $60,000 in profit their first year, even after a septic failure, and are set to more than double that this year in year 2, and they've acquired a couple more properties as well. People like Jeff and Jamie, who sold their business, invested in 7 properties in the last 2 years, and get this, net more than $750,000 a year in cash profit in their pockets on their lifestyle asset portfolio. And this isn't just for people with a lot of cash who can get into the nicest, most expensive properties. Most of our members acquire properties below $400,000, some much less than that. People like Phil and Alexandra, a full-time school teacher and a stay-at-home homeschooling mom that didn't come from much money, but had a dream to change the trajectory of their lives with just enough equity in their primary home to invest in a new property and the right amount of grit and determination to make their dream a reality. Or James and Emily, a full-time minister and a stay-at-home mom who bought their first property for under $150,000 and quickly turned it into a cash cow, and has now since purchased a second lifestyle asset and become the go-to short-term rental expert realtor in their market. And right now, as I record this, there's a secondary market in Wisconsin with an average acquisition price under $300,000 that produces high double-digit cash-on-cash returns. High returns don't mean you have to have luxury properties in expensive markets. It's all about finding the right markets and the right property type for you and your situation, and then developing your unfair advantages. Now, like I said, we've been doing this nonstop for a long time. We've got our processes dialed in and down to a science, but that does not mean you are going to get results like this. Your results depend entirely on how you choose to play the game and what unfair advantages you make for yourself. One of those unfair advantages that you can gain is working with us to learn each of our unfair advantages that we build into our properties and our portfolios, and leveraging our resources, tools, and community of experts to install these advantages into your portfolio as fast as possible, like in a matter of weeks or months, rather than learn them over years on your own. I want you to leverage the time and knowledge we've gained over my 22 years of real estate investing. And if you're someone who doesn't like to reinvent the wheel and someone who knows leveraging other people's time, knowledge, and even money can help you accelerate your progress, then I want to give you an opportunity to meet with us one-on-one and see if you'd be a good fit for our group and help you accelerate that progress. If you're currently in a position to invest in a property in the next 12 months, or you have a short-term rental portfolio that's struggling and could use a little bit of help, then we should talk about your next steps in making lifestyle and financial freedom investing in vacation homes a reality for you in the very near future. So click on the button to fill out a short application and book a call with one of our team now. And as always, I challenge you to pick one thing that you can do today to start building that life you don't want to take a vacation from. Cheers, my friend.